If you want to be on point, your surroundings got to be on point. That's just point blank period, okay? Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aaliyah Raven, but since we're now internet friends, you can call me Lee. Whew. Okay, I got a heavy one for y'all today, but sis, we need to talk about it. Friendship, we got to break it down. On this journey of growth that I've been on and like reflecting back to my past and even the present now, I've noticed that the company that I've kept has really played a part in, you know, the struggles I've been through, the growth that I've experienced, and even the company that I keep now still plays a major part in how I'm still going to develop as me. The only way that I can convey the truth of that statement is to walk you guys through some of the things that I've learned about friendship from my own experiences. There's no way that I can speak to things that you guys have experienced or speak to the general, like, overall public. It's like I don't know anybody else's testimony but mine. So that's literally what I'm going to share with you guys today. And hopefully by the end of this video, some of you guys start to understand what community really means and maybe even start to decipher the community that you have for yourself. So let me start with the biggest piece of this, and that is the importance of friendship. As much as you hear people say like, I don't need friends, I don't need anybody, whatever, those people are usually the people that are struggling the most mentally. Everybody needs somebody. Now, you don't need to have a crowd. Now, I used to be a big advocate of like, I had to have a group of people around me all the time because it felt good to be a community. It felt good to have conversations, and it still does. I've learned over the years that you don't need, you know, all these people all the time. It sounds cliche, but if you have a small circle that's genuine and you know that you can count on these individuals and they can count on you, that's really all that matters. If you need a sound decision made or you just need to talk to somebody and you know that that community is there, that's all that you need. So that's really the underlining importance of friendship. It's like you want to have someone there that's not gonna judge you, that's gonna be there and tell you the truth. That's another key thing in friendship. Sometimes we feel like we have the correct community, but your gut always knows. So if you have that gut feeling like, okay, like these are my friends, but is she gonna tell me the truth about this? Is he gonna sugarcoat that? Like, if you have those gut feelings about these certain people, it may be time for reflection. Maybe every couple of months, I'll go back and reflect. That'll be about friendship. That'll be about career. That'll just be about like life things in general. And I'll just reflect on, you know, situations that happened, experiences that I went through, weeding out, you know, what I learned to do, what I learned not to do. And with friendship specifically, that is very important, because if you start to see a pattern about someone or a friendship with someone and it does not serve you, it may be time to hang it up flat screen, okay? And that's okay, because everyone is here for a season. So you may have a friend that was literally here to serve you in that season, but they're not supposed to grow with you. You can, like you've heard people say, you can outgrow each other. You really can outgrow someone. It's always good to reflect and ask yourself, you know, what you need, and is that specific relationship serving you? So I brought up a point just a moment ago when I was talking about longevity. Do not use longevity as an excuse to hold on to somebody. If somebody is not serving you, or the relationship with someone is not serving you, let it go, okay? That's a mistake that I ran through with certain friendships and relationships in my life, and it didn't have to hurt me or my mental or spiritual being as much as it did if I just let go. Like I said, you have that gut feeling, and I had that gut feeling, but it was the longevity that was like making me hold on, because I'm like, no, like this person's been riding with me, this person knows me, and it's like, but sometimes that may hurt you more than it's making the relationship, because that means that that person knows how to push your buttons, or that person knows what to use against you, whether that's to make you do something or just to stop you from doing something, or vice versa. You could be the person that's doing that to them. Either way, longevity isn't always the best tool to guide with. And let me also say, just because you outgrow somebody doesn't mean there's beef. You just simply started to grow in different spaces. So I feel like I kind of covered the hard parts of friendship. You know, the signs that you don't want to see, but they're clearly there. I kind of want to go through something that I went through really recent, and I think it's very, very important because no one, I feel like, has ever talked about it to me, and that is giving grace. So for me, I moved from my hometown a few years back, and I moved somewhere where I didn't have anybody, like friendship wise. And I still don't really now have that group of people that make me feel as comfortable as the people that I have back home. I felt like because my community, my normal community that I feel so comfortable to be around and everything, was not with me, you know, just like a mile or two up the road, I felt as if we had to communicate like every day or, you know, every couple of days or once a week, twice a week. Or, you know, if I was going through something, I expected them to be there. Like they're always there. For the first, you know, couple of months, even to the first year that I lived in this new space, I wasn't giving grace. I was actually very upset with a lot of my friends because I felt like they had abandoned me. And it really wasn't that. It was me not being in close proximity as I was always to them. I couldn't see the things that they were tackling on to their lives and the things that they were trying to achieve as closely as I used to. So basically saying they had a lot going on, and I just didn't understand that because I wasn't there to see it. I mean, obviously now we've had those hard conversations individually with all of them. I understood what they were going through, and I understood, you know, the challenges that they came across. Opening businesses and entrepreneurship as a whole, becoming mothers, becoming wives. None of these things I have particularly experienced. Once, you know, I had those conversations, I had to again do some reflection and say, okay, Aaliyah, you have to give grace. You have to step back and understand that it's not always about you. You know, it's not always about your mental health or what you need, because other people's mental health and mental spaces and lives matter as well. And if these are the people that you care about the most, or you say you care about the most, then you have to give them grace. So grace is something that we do not want to give in friendship. Like, we want our people, as I said in the beginning, we want our people to be there. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it doesn't always look like that. But that is why you have to sit down and acknowledge it. You have to have the hard adult conversations. You have to talk about it. You can't just write somebody off and be like, I'm not messing with her. I'm not messing with him no more because this and that. But did y'all talk about it? No. You just made up this whole scenario in your head, or maybe they did, and, you know, y'all don't really know how to communicate. That's what it's given. It's a communication issue. So once you sit down and you fix those things, I guarantee you will start to understand each other a little bit more. Giving grace brings me to one of my last points: to not take everything personal. Okay, girl? I really struggle with not taking stuff personal, and I think it's my Cancer energy. My zodiac sign is a Cancer. I want to be the protector. I want to be the helper. Like, I need to know what's going on to make you feel better, you know? If someone is going through something and they need to process it, let them process it. They will eventually come to you if they know that you're their person, or you're that person, you know, that's helped them through stuff before, or you're genuinely a caring person. They're going to come to you at whatever point they feel comfortable and share that experience or a situation with you. So you just have to be patient. Patience is also something you gotta have in friendship. Okay, like patience, okay? Especially if your community is full of people who are outspoken. Patience, okay? That's also something I learned. But listen, we all grown. We could talk things out level-headedly, just maybe not in the first moment, but you know, you could talk it out, okay? You could be adults. A few small things I'm gonna bring up to not take personal are, one, what I was talking about before, like time in between. So, you know, if you go, you know, some time without talking to your friend, first of all, that may not be the worst thing, because absence makes the heart grow fonder. So, you know, you could spend 5 hours on FaceTime with a friend, which I've done because I haven't talked to that person in so long that we have a lot to catch up on. We have things that are going on in our everyday lives that we need to talk about. And frankly, girl, I miss you. You know what I'm saying? Time in between isn't always the worst thing. But also, if there is time in between and it does mess with you mentally, then express that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so you're turning into a negative thing in your mind, but it's like, okay, well, I want to talk about it. Like, it kind of hurt me that, like, we didn't talk in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just talk about it. Don't take it personal. Or if you feel yourself taking it personal, sit back, talk it out with yourself. It ain't nothing wrong with talking to yourself, or talk to God about it. Either way, acknowledge it with yourself, and then go and bring it to that person as level-headed as you can. The second thing I'm going to bring up with not taking personal is new people in somebody's life. Now, whether that is a new friend or a new relationship, or even like a new person, like a baby or something, in somebody's life, you can't take that time that they're spending with that new person or thing in their life personal, because it's something fresh and new. They're trying to build just like they built with you. They're trying to build with that. Now, if you don't agree with it, like if it's a romantic relationship and you just don't like that person gives you a bad vibe or something, process that, reflect on it. And then if it's something that you feel like you need to like bring up to your friend, then go ahead and do that. But remember to stay level-headed. Do not come aggressive. Let me tell you how being aggressive gets you nowhere. You may feel strongly about it because it's somebody that you want to protect, someone that is in your community that you love. Coming off to somebody aggressive and also to somebody whose personality is aggressive, so it's just two aggressive ass people sitting in one room, that's not going to end well. I don't even know why you thought it was. But the overarching here is you have to process that with yourself first. Talk to yourself and be like, hey, is this something that is really like an issue? Or is it just bothering me because I'm just crazy? You know what I'm saying? like I don't know. And sometimes it may help to talk to someone that is biased. So someone who's not in a community with the two of you. So there's not like a like a siding, like, oh, well, she used to mess with guys like this, or he, his dad was like this, so he may be a father like this. You get what I'm saying? I mean, don't be out here spreading people's business, girl. Don't do that. Mind your business. Talk to somebody who you really can trust their opinion. All right, y'all. So I know that was like a big mouthful, but I felt like friendship is something that needs to be talked about. Keeping friendships, knowing the signs when to let friendships go is a big part of growth and mental health journeys, okay? The community that you keep, it's just got to be on point. If you want to be on point, your surroundings got to be on point. That's just point blank period, okay? We just really, as like a generation, have to learn how to really be genuine. I know everybody preaches how real they are and authentic and blah, 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 but it's like, not everybody is. If you want someone to reciprocate that same energy and be there for you, in your times of need, you have to show up for people. You can't live a one-sided life, because if you do, that's the type of love you're gonna get back, one-sided. So definitely show up for people, but don't be blind. Don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore your gut. Don't play dumb, girl. Don't do it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video today. I'm really just talking to y'all about topics that I've been having to reflect on and go through in this mental health journey, and just kind of like talk to myself about. I'm like, I might as well share this because I feel like it'll help somebody else who's kind of like toying with these things themselves. So I hope that you guys like this video today. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and come on back for some more conversation. But until then, I'll see y'all next time.